softwares we've been using has always been, so everywhere, too many things and everything. But Figma is different. So I guess that's one of the major reasons why many people have not like migrated to Figma. And now there's this belief system I actually want to correct. Just because you know one particular software doesn't mean you should do learn more. Yeah, I know Figma, Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, After Effects. It doesn't, like, just because they created one particular thing for one thing doesn't mean you should not learn another thing. So if you want to learn something else, like another design tool, don't be shy. Don't box yourself into one area. Like, okay, this is exactly where you want to stay. No, there are many things you can do with any software you are learning. So let me go straight. So this is Figma and this is how it looks like. If you have signed up, you will find all of this. All of these things that you are seeing here, they are called your what's it called? Your work interface. As you come in, you see your new design file, you see Fig Jamboard, you see new slide deck, you see import. All of these things have meaning and I'm going to explain them shortly. But this area, the left bar, actually summarizes most of the things you are looking for. Now, Figma is free, and because it's operating on the free version, most of your work is going to be stored in the draft. So when you click on the draft, all your projects are stored there because you are not working as a team. Figma works with teams, and when you create a profile, you automatically create a team for yourself. The team means that two or more people can work on that particular Figma file. That's the meaning of the team. So it's different. So all of your major works that you are doing for free, please, if you are here, mute your mic. I can hear sounds in the background. You, uh, all of their stuffs are majorly on drafts. So I'll tell you that now. So let's go back to the beginning. Now, when you open your stuff, you will be on recent, and you see your recent projects. If you want to create a new design file, you just go here, create new design file, and automatically, just like how your Chrome works, you see all of the windows here. Most of the files you've opened will be as Chrome, like the way Chrome extensions are. You see all of them there. Now, this is a new file. This is a new setup. You see that everything is blank, and because I'm using the dark mode, everything is black. So the first thing I do when I open my Figma and I don't want it to be black like this is I go to this page icon here and I change the color code to EFEFEF. So that's one of the first things I do. I'll really need somebody to be accepting people that are joining so that it doesn't distract me. All right. So that's the first thing I do. I change the color of the page to something that looks like white, but it's not white. The reason why it's like that is because if it looks 100% white, I will not know which frame is my white frame or which one I'm working on. So that's why I use the color code. Let me write it so you remember. EFEFEF. That's the color code. It's a hex code. Yeah. This is the hex code for your background. Let me put the hashtag so you know that it's color code. Alright, so this is the color code for this particular. thi- This is not the background of my design. No. This is the background of the page I am working on. Figma works in page. And if you see here, beside your layer assets, you see here as page. And I'm on page one. Page is page one. I can add multiple pages. I can reduce them. So I'm on page one, and when I want to work on a particular design, first things first is to find the kind of design we want to work on and then proceed to it. So this is my page color background. I'll share this Figma file with anybody that wants to use it. But let me start working first. Now, before I start working, let me explain the interface. This area at the top here is where your tools are. Every tool you are using, from the arrow and the move to move and scale to, because if you click on the arrow beside it, you see move, you see scale. Move means something different. Scale means something different. I know that yes, they look alike, but they are different. So if you click on move, come in, let me admit this person that is joining. So if you click on move, move automatically helps you move things. You know, when you click on it and drag things, that's what move does. If I try to make this text bigger, you see that it's just stretching for no reason. Yeah, it's because move 2 doesn't make things bigger. But if I go to the arrow here and I click on scale, just as the word stands for, scale makes things bigger, and you can also move around with it. So they have one similarity and another differences. They have one similarity and one differences. So that that is the difference between move and scale. So let's move on. So all of your tools here, I'm going to be talking about the tools as I am using them, because if I'm going to tell you everything, it will be boring and we'll sleep here. So first things first, if you want to work on a design, click on F. F means frame. So once you press F, you see this icon and you see all of these pages open down here. Now I'm going to go to social media and I'll click Instagram posts. Once I click that, automatically it creates a frame for Instagram post size. That's one of the advantage of Figma. It makes things easier. So once I have that, first of all, let's go and check the design I want to replicate. I don't have anything on my mind, so I'm going to go to Pinterest and just search for something random on Pinterest. So let me screen share to Pinterest so you can see. So I'm on Pinterest, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see my screen, but I'm on Pinterest. Yeah, so I'm on Pinterest and I'm just going to find some things I want to use and I start designing. Sorry if you're hearing background noise. I don't know why did they fight by this time of the night, but I'm sorry. All right, so
Boss, you
I'll
can't
just
see
use
your
this
screen.
image as my design image. Somebody's saying something
You
there.
can't see your screen. Oh.
You can't see my screen. Okay, let me stop presenting and present again. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, so this is my screen. Uh, this is the image I want to use for the design. All right, so I'm going to copy this image, bring it to Figma, and then we'll start working. So let me switch to Figma now. And if you can't see it, please let me know so that I'm aware. Can you see Figma now? All right, just use the chat box. If you can see Figma, just chat that you can see it. All right, so I'm copying the image, and if you want to download the image, I'll send it to the group so you can download. So let's copy and then bring to Figma. So this is the image. So, so this is the image, and first thing I'll do is to cut out the image. And I know you'll be wondering, how do we cut in images in or cut images in Figma? We have two methods on Figma or you can just use your pen tool. But for the sake of the class and I don't want it to be long, I'm going to use the plugin. So if you right click, you go to plugins, go to Photopia, and if you don't have it, just go to this icon here, your component, your resources and components. Go to plugins, and then you search for Photopia, Photopea. So the Figma, the plugin will come out and you can use it. So if you install it, you save the plugin and you can use it. So let me right click and go to plugins, Photopea, and then it will open the image in Photoshop inside of Figma. I don't use this plugin more often, but because of you people, I'm going to use it. So it's loading the image, and this is the image. So what I'm going to do, just like Photoshop, I'm just going to go to my select. Okay, I should duplicate this stuff first. So go to select. Somebody's joining again. No, no verse. So I'm on Figma and then go to select. Or let me just use the eraser tool. Let me not bother myself. So go to eraser, then go to magic eraser, and then click the edge. So automatically we've cleaned that. And yeah, so just press Ctrl S to save. Once you have saved, it will it will save automatically, and then you can cancel. As you can see now, the image has been cut and we can use the image now. Of course, there are some faults in the image, but for the sake of speed, we will just go with it like that. So now drag this image inside and then press K. Like I said in the very beginning, K is for scale, V is for move. There's all of them are in the same box, but anyone you choose, the shortcuts I've explained them. So V for move, K for scale. Because I'll be mentioning the shortcuts as I use them. So K to scale, and then you can just add a text or a background that shows like a copy for a design. So let me check Pinterest and see what works, what I can use for it as the background text. So I'm checking for a caption that I can use for the design. All right, so art exhibition is what I want to use. So I'm trying to steal text copy from this design. Let me show you so that you can see what I'm saying. So I'm trying to steal text copy from this particular design and then use it for this design. Maybe I will just replicate the same thing so you can see it. All right, let's start. So now the back.
So
Can you hear me? What?
yeah, you said K is for scale, right?
Yes. All right. So
Okay, sir.
so please, if you want to talk, just use the chat box so you don't distract me. All right. So now to easily click on things faster and you are working on Figma, just hold on Control and your mouse. It will help you click anything faster. So you hold Control before you click, and then you highlight anything you want to highlight faster. So now let's start with the background color. So I'll highlight the frame, press I to pick colors, and then I've picked the color in the background. So I pick the color I want from here. All right. Then if you want to replicate this line, no, not 100% exactly the way it is, or something similar. First of all, we'll press P for your pen tool. Come outside here and then click and drag your pen tool the way you want it to be like. Yeah. So press enter when you are done. And then you come by your right, you see the style panel here. The style panel here, you see your stroke. And then change your stroke to center. Then you can increase the size of your stroke. I'm using 143 pixels for my stroke. Press K and then scale down. Bring it inside. So if you want to send it to the back, this line, if you can see your layer panel here, you see that everything is arranged here. So I can click on the image and bring it at the top. Yeah. Then click on the line. Let's pick the same color. Press I, pick the yellow color, and then go to this stroke area here and click on the color. Once you click on the color, click on the gradient icon here and then press this color here that you have. And maybe you can change it to blue, but a different shade of blue. Yeah, so I'm using this particular blue. The color code is 00B2FF for the color code. So we have this. Now to adjust the gradient, you can drag this gradient icon here and then I adjust the gradient icon like this. Then you cancel it. So you have everything here. Then you use K for scale to adjust the lines, and you can rotate from the edges to anything that works with you. So I'm leaving mine like this, bringing the image a little bit bigger, and then put it at the edge here. So because of the how the image is, I'll make the image a black and white so that no colors show in the image. Then I click on the, you see by your right here, you see fill. Click on the image here. Go to saturation and set it to 0, and then cancel it. Now let's write our text, art exhibition. So to write text, press T for text. Click on it and write ART, art exhibition. So I'm going to be using the default font for it. That's Inter. Then change it to semi bold. And if I want to reduce the letter spacing of the particular text, I just come here under the text pixel size. I'll just reduce this percentage. So just reduce it to -6%. Take it up, and then to duplicate your text, you can press Ctrl D to duplicate, or you can hold out, drag your text down. So change the text to XZB. Okay, let me change the way they do it. So XZB is in one. Let me try. I hope it works. I don't think it will work like this. Let me rearrange the arrangement because my arrangement won't work with like with their own. So I'm gonna put this one here and then bring the art exhibition to this side. Then bring this line to this side. If you want to flip your line, Shift H will help you flip your line. So your line is flipped inside like this. So art exhibition. Let's complete it. Alright, so let's bring this down and then arrange the two of them up like this. So the art is going to stay on top like this, and then let's add some what's it called? Some lines. This effect that they did here. To create this particular effect that they did here, you come here, press R for rectangle, drag the arrow like this, I see drag the arrow, drag the rectangle like this, and then click on fill, change it to white, and then go to your gradient. Copy your gradient color of white here and paste it to this one under. So it's going to be white. And then change this one to 0%. Then you have that. And bring this here like this. So I'm going to leave my own big like this because I don't want to use plenty text. So I'll drag this again here. So we can take this image here so that it fits very well. Yeah, let me rotate it like this so it works. All right, so this is the heading text. Then we can just put like a date and time. So to do that, you can duplicate your text. Bring this down. Like I said, if you want to duplicate, hold out, drag it down, and then 24th January 2025. Press K for scale and then reduce the text. If I've reduced the text, I'm switching to move to now. So if I use move to, I can be able to adjust the arrangement of the text. Then if I want to scale it down again, I'll press K and then scale down. Now I want to reduce the spacing of this text from up and down. You come to your text here and then change this part that has auto here. You can put a figure like 54, 56, and then you can click and drag it to be reduced. Yeah. So I'm going to put this here, 25th of January, 24th of January, and then duplicate the text, 10 p.m. Yeah, and then put 10 p.m. prompt, PROMPT. The prompt can be in a tiny text. So I'm going to change the text from semi-bold to light and then reduce the text size. So I can hold shift, click on them, highlight them, and press Ctrl G to group, and then rename it. To rename it, you can double click on the group one and say 10 p.m. and then highlight all of them like this and make them like this so they arrange. Now I can just copy this address that we have here. So number Kitty at space 123 Main Street, Kitty City. So this is my address. I bring it inside and then change the text to white. To change your text, come to the other side here by your right. Click on the fill, change it to white. Yeah. So I can change the font style to semi to medium and then put it there. Then press out to duplicate the text. Press T for text and then change this to venue, right venue, and then give it some letter spacing. The same way we did here. Use the percentage, click and drag to your right. Press key for scale and reduce the size and bring it down. Now if we want to add some designs like this green dots and everything that we have here, we can do the same thing too. I know our design is not yet fine, but follow me. So click on it, follow the same pattern, zoom in. To zoom in, hold control and use your mouse wheel, the wheel on your mouse to zoom in. So I'm going to just use rectangle, press R for rectangle, drag it like this, and then hold out, duplicate like this. Somebody's joining again. So I have these two boxes. So I'm going to copy the colors of the boxes. To copy the colors, press I, pick this one, and then click on this one, press I, click the black. So I'm going to bring these two boxes out so we can replicate the same design they did. So this is the boxes. These are the boxes, and then hold out, bring it down. You can swap them. Hold shift and highlight the two of them. When you highlight the two of them, you see a tiny dot in the middle. Click on that tiny dot and drag it to this side. You have swapped everything. So now you highlight everything like this. Zoom out, hold out, drag it down, and hold shift. Hold out and shift. Once you've dragged it once, just press Ctrl D to duplicate. To continue like that, to duplicate for you, and we have the design. So I highlight all the boxes, press Ctrl G to group, right click, and let's rename this group. So click on it and double click on the layer here, group one. Change it to draft boxes, and then you can just drag it inside the file. To keep an extra, hold out so that it's duplicated, so you have one extra outside in case of any need for it. And then you zoom in, drag it inside, put it by the edge like this, and then we can add more designs again. So this rectangle here that we did as gradient, hold out, drag it again, and bring it here, and then by the edge of the rectangle you see that your mouse is showing that you want to rotate. So rotate like this. Hold shift when you are rotating, so it rotates on a straight line vertically. Then drag it to this side. If you can't drag it to the edge, just click on this alignment tool here, align left, and then it will align by itself. Yeah. So we can double click them, duplicate it again, and then take it to the top, and then can drag this one again, bring it to the down like this. Yeah. Then this draft box, if you want to duplicate it again, hold out, drag it at the top here like this. And as you can see, we made our design. So let me bring it away from the this thing so you can see very well. So this is our design. Of course, we can add multiple things, and that's my major reason for hosting the class. Some of you think you can't add effects and designs on Figma. It's a lie. Let me show you something. So if I have a particular effect I want to add from my file, let me drag it. I know you can't see, but let me drag it in. So let's say I want to add some lights, and I have some bokeh effects. Let me even check Pinterest because I know I have some of them on Pinterest. So if I want to add all those things and blend them on Figma, how do I do it? So I'll show you now. Let's say I want to add, let me find one that I know that it will work for the design exactly. Let's see this, there's a glitch effect I have done. Let me copy it and paste it on this one. So this is the glitch image. It's a film born filter. This film born filter, now if I want to add it on the design, make sure that you are done with your design. so that the text and everything will not be affected. So now drag the image inside, press K for scale, increase it, and then I'll press V to go back to normal move to. Now on your right side, you see layer, you see pass through. Click on the pass through. You can change it to any blend mode you want. So darken, multiply, plus darker, color burn, lighting, screen, plus lighter, or color dodge, anyone that you want to do. So I'm going to use the plus lighter and click on it. As you can see, just one particular texture filter made this design look completely different. So for those of you that say, "Oh, I cannot use design effects on my design backgrounds that have effects on Figma," I've proved you wrong. It's just you having the concept. Once you have the concept, you'll know how it actually works. Yeah. So that's exactly how to do. So when you bring the pictures in, just check the blend mode. Oh, you can't see my screen anymore. Are you sure? Let me.
I can see your screen. I can see your screen from here.
All right, because it's actually showing now. So that is uh how to add all of those type of things. Yeah. So basically, it's just you finding the kind of concept that works with your particular design. There are some designs I've done on Figma that people don't believe that it's from Figma I did it. It's just basically you finding, the right things to use for the design, the right resources and the right blend modes. Figma supports blend modes. Figma supports uh exporting. So now let me show you how to export. If you want to export, once you are done with your design, click on the frame you are working on. Make sure the frame you are working on is clicked, and then scroll down. Currently, this frame I'm working on is called Instagram Post 1. And scroll down by your right here, and then go to export at the bottom. Click on it, and you select. Do you want to export as PNG, JPEG, SVG, or PDF? So for those of you that work with printing, all those printers that used to say send the design in PDF, you can use Figma and send the design in PDF, and it will be editable on CorelDRAW. Yeah, I've done it before. So you just switch to JPEG and then press export. Once you click on export, a window will pop up and tell you where you should save it. I'm going to save mine on pictures and then save. Let me send you the design so you see how it looks like. So this is the design.